Of encounters today. So this is coming from the camp of Lucky Dube, the late. It's not easy. And so depending on what I'm going to say right now, yeah, it's matters of the heart, it's matters of relationship. I think I want him, so I just need presentation. I'll get back to you right away, all right? It's still a lovely Sabbath. Yeah, now matters of the heart. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about relationship. There is something important I want to address about relationship, okay? And I hope it makes sense to you.
Real FM 97.
So somebody may be wondering, hey, Pastor, what are you trying to do? I mean, hearing it's not easy. And hearing from Celine Dion, the power of love, and it's all coming back to me. You know that we've switched the mood. Yeah. Sometimes you got to be romantic. For those of you who haven't experienced love, I pray you do so. And for those of you who have already experienced love, are in love, trying to love, getting out of love, we got a little conversation to do. And pardon me, this is going to be an exclusive English presentation, so I'm able to present my points clearly without any form of ambiguity. Love is an interesting enterprise. Yeah, it's a very interesting enterprise. It comes with serious decision making. It requires time. It requires money. You must invest your feelings. You must share plans. So it is an enterprise that can actually consume your life. And so it's very disappointing when somebody is broken-hearted, when somebody is let down by love. It's a very, very difficult moment when you experience a heartbreak because the love you wanted to experience didn't go the way you thought it would. I mean, you can resonate with Lucky Dube when he says he remembers in the auditorium when the preacher man preached, he looked at her, you were so beautiful, you were so elegant, but he did not know that behind that beauty lay the true colors. Mama said to me, it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. In fact, if you ask those who have gone through disappointments or heartbreaks in the arena of love, it's a big deal. Some people have eventually given up on love. Some people's bitter experiences have compelled them to coil into some shells. Some people have become bitter and resented because of a poisoned hearts. It is not an interesting thing when you expect so much from a love adventure and it turns out to be disappointing. It's not interesting. After all the investments you make into a relationship, it goes down the drain. Take it from a man who has failed at a relationship before. Yeah. For some of you, you already know the story, the early adventurous life of Teacher Kweku. and you invest time, you invest money, and you bond so well, and you put everything into it. And the time comes, you have to destroy it all. What I'm about presenting to you, for some of you, it may apply. In fact, I am admitting in advance that what I'm going to share with you may not apply to everybody. But thank God I found you that it may apply. I am praying that next time the Spirit of God takes me in a direction that may apply to all. But I believe that this message is being shared for some specific people. You will need a lot of discipline to consume what I'm about sharing with you. And I'm going to make a metaphorical presentation just so you are able to understand where I am coming from. Some time back, I keep making reference to this poem written by WEIJA, the master brewer. Those of you who are aware, I keep making reference to the master brewer a lot, and it has 3 verses. There is a distillery in our brains, its cane and malt, its hops and grains are the stuff our lives are made of. Blizzard or snow. Yeah, this is a church session, please. We're talking about love, so it's still a Sabbath, and we're learning. I think it's the 3rd message in a row. So its cane and malt, its hops and grains are the stuff our lives are made of. Blizzard or snow, bushfires or drought, matches won by penalty shootout, fortunes lost at a toss of a coin, over these and their likes, you are no doing. The fuel for this distillery, your emotions, willy-nilly you stoke the fires as you vent your spleen. And another drum drip into the vat unseen. The master brewer is not the stars, nor yet the gods. He is you, your very self. The final brew has no choice. It must be bitter bile or sweet honey. But you can choose the magic potion which can vouchsafe the taste. Your intentions, your memories, your reactions. This man vividly paints life's picture using a distillery in the poem. WEIJA, in simple terms, wants you and I to understand that what goes in and out of our lives are the emotions, the decisions, the choices, and those in and out goings in our lives ultimately define our lives. You see, love is good. Love is a good thing. It's a great feeling. But any feeling that lacks logic will disappoint. Oh yeah. If there is love and it is not motivated by logical reasoning, decision, it will fail. It will disappoint. The love of God does not disappoint because it was a conscious, radical reasoning. It was a decision to do so. He was not disappointed the way we responded to his love by even sacrificing himself. He wasn't disappointed. Why? Because he had thought it through before making the move. And so anytime you set out on the adventure of love and it lacks logical reasoning, it will disappoint. This explains why most relationships have not been sustained. Now, I want to paint a graphical picture here. And I'm going to do so by asking you a question. Who amongst you spends all of his time, spends all of his money raising or building a solid foundation for a house or a building project? Say you want to raise a well architected, house for yourself. In fact, once the architects finish with the final drawings and they give you how the whole house is going to look like, if you haven't fallen in love with the design, you will not go to the grounds and construct. Which means we only go to the site with the intention of raising what we have demonstrated on paper when we have fallen in love with the design. When we see the outcome, how it's going to be like, we fall in love with the beauty of the architectural design. And so we decide to go to the field and erect the building. You must start with a foundation, and you make sure that, because the foundation is the most important aspect of the entire building project. If you refuse to build on a solid foundation, it will collapse. The Bible gives testimony of what I've just said. If you take time and build your house on a rock, it will last. The storms may come, winds may blow, but it will stand still. But if you decide to go and build in the soil, just the loam soil, of course, it will not last. And so the rock, as been mentioned, is Christ. That means if you want to build your life and you build it on the rock, which is Christ Jesus, it will stand no matter the test of time. The storms that may blow against the mansion, it will stand. So in like manner, if you're going to have a nice building erected, something that you are falling in love with the outcome, once it is shown you love to be in it, you can see your peace of mind in it, and you really relate to it. If you're going to have that kind of a building, you are so critical and particular about the foundation. Because Psalms 11 verse 3 says, what shall the righteous do if the foundations are weakened? And so when the foundation of a man, in fact, when the foundation of anything is destroyed, the whole thing is destroyed. And this is why a lot of love stories are breaking apart. But I'm not here to talk to you about the breaking apart of the love stories. I'm here to talk to you about pulling down the entire project simply because there is leakage on the roof. Who does that? Who does that? Who pulls down a whole building because there is leakage on the roof? Have you seen anybody do that? So now my question is, you have taken time to build this relationship. You have taken so much time, you have invested so much energy. Look at how much of your heart you have invested. Look at how much of your resources you have invested. You have taken time to build this relationship, and it has taken years to build this marriage. Why do you want to destroy this marriage, this relationship? Because there is leakage on the roof. Isn't it ideal that you find an expert, try to understand where the leakage is coming from, and deal with the leakage? Because you still have a solid foundation, you still have the building intact. It's just a roof leakage that is coming into the house. This is a brief message I want to share with people that have leakages from the roof of their relationships. You have come a long way with your wife. You have come a long way with your husband. This relationship that you have, woman, if you look at how much due you have paid, do you think it's necessary to bring down the entire project because there's leakage at the roof? I'm going to be speaking in proverbs and metaphors, because I intend to speak to intelligent minds. And if you don't understand this, when you grow up to understand proverbs and metaphors, you will understand. Do you think that it is the right course of action to destroy this relationship? Look at the opposition that you faced from the start of its erection. At the foundation stage, see the struggle that you had to go through. Out of nothing, you starved yourself, you denied yourself of luxury. In fact, when it comes to sacrifice, you have goddamn sacrificed everything into this relationship. So why would you, after going through all these troubles, something you have already designed, something that has been graphically, presented to you, you have seen the outcome, you know how it's ultimately going to look like, and by the grace of God, you've been able to reach and complete. Why do you want a leakage on the roof? Why do you want it to move you to destroy the whole thing? Is it worth it? Is it worth your sacrifice? He was a nobody. You built the entire empire with him. And now there is another lady. Do you think it is responsible, it is worth destroying what you have built with your husband because another lady came into the picture? Do you think it's worth it? Are you willing to go down that road simply because there is leakage? Are you? I thought as much. And so this is what I got to tell you. Don't pull down the entire building project because there is a problem with the roof. Deal with the roof. If you don't have the expertise, get an expert to help you fix the roof. Fix the leakage. Don't throw away a relationship that you have fought so hard to build. Relationships have a way of draining us. And so when you have given it your all, don't walk away from it easily. I'd rather you focus on the problem that has erupted and deal with it. Starting all over again can be extremely difficult. For some people, it may be the only option. But I know that for many people, it is so painful, it is so difficult, and sometimes you give up. You don't even want to try again. You get destroyed. In fact, you are completely destroyed because of how your love life went. You never expected this man, after all that you have gone through, you never expected him to betray you like the way he has done. What exactly was the betrayal? Focus on that. For the sake of the investment, your time, especially on the part of the women, you see, the moment you spend time with a man over a period for years, forging a future together, your marketability or your market value dwindles. Going into such a relationship for a long time and giving it your all, you will never get out of it, come back and remain the same price you left. No. It is easier for a man to remarry after being divorced than for a woman to. And if you're a woman and you are listening to me, you are the ones who are mostly in a hurry to pull down a whole house because there is a leakage from the roof. Please think about it. Like I said earlier, this may not apply to everyone, but I don't think it's wisdom enough. Say ubi jiri edemuni nyine gufom. Ni ewo femu nyine chi. Wa she. Die abusua de yew ne namfo kan. In fact, you have sacrificed too much to let go of that relationship. And so if there is any way you can fix the leakage, please fix it. If it is an alternative on the table, please fix it. It doesn't always have to come to the point of complete destruction. It doesn't. It doesn't always have to get to the point where a dozer will be hired or a caterpillar will be hired to pull down the entire. Don't do that. It doesn't always have to be like that. There are women who have done this and they have regretted. There are some men who have done this and they have regretted. If you have ever been in love and you have sacrificed everything for that love, then you understand what I'm saying. Because once that love story is completely destroyed, without focusing on the errors that have erupted and fixing them, the energy to start all over again, mostly you don't get it. Because time would be against you. Money would be against you. And even your feelings would be against you. Your mind psychologically will be against you. There would be times when people would want to show you love and you are not ready to listen to anything. Some even end up killing themselves because of failed relationship. They are not crazy. They went through an episode you don't understand. Let me chip in this. If you know of somebody, if you have somebody on your WhatsApp contact list, and you are the type that wants to see the profile or the DP or the status of the contacts you have, I want you to do one thing for me. There are so many people whose relationships have leakages. They are going through certain things. All right? But for some reason, they are not able to come out and talk about them. And so you notice that they start posting certain contents on their WhatsApp statuses, their Facebook stories, or Instagram pages, or Twitter account. You see them posting sorrowful contents. In fact, what I need you to do is to closely observe and analyze contents that your contacts continue to display. Because we have a lot, about 90% of those contacts that you have, when they are posting to express what they are going through. I'm telling you. You may call them, you may follow up, they may deny it, but in reality, maybe they want to avoid discussing the subject, and so they never want to come out and tell you what they're going through. But relationships are killing people. People are pulling down whole projects. People are dying. They are committing suicide simply because there are leakages from the roof of their relationships. If you notice a friend constantly posting a content or displaying a content that suggests that she's going through something, please check up on the person. Yeah, check up. Call to find out. Monitor it closely. Be sensitive. Resonate. Try to find out, my friend, what's happening with you? These days I see you post this, blah, blah, blah. Make references. Okay? Care for people. Show love to people. Be concerned about people, because people are going through so much emotional trauma in their relationships. It's not easy to fall in love. It's not easy. It's not easy to stand. I saw a video of a young lady who was crying so desperately in a cocoa farm. Broken heart. She's been broken hearted. She's been ditched. And all of her thoughts or her speeches were suicidal. Somebody watches this on TikTok, and we don't seem to relate. We are not even able to follow up. So many leakages are happening in people's relationships, and some of them, they choose to showcase through the content they display on their contact list. So do me a favor. If you find out that somebody on your contact list is constantly posting a content or displaying a content that suggests he or she may be going through something, please check up on the person and tell the person there is no need to collapse the whole building because there is a leakage on the roof. Whatever that is coming into the relationship that is not welcome, Address that thing. But don't break. Don't kill yourself. Don't make your life so worthless. And don't let your enemies say, we told you. Don't let your family people say, we said it. It wasn't going to work.
97.1.
Now you are back empty-handed, broken. Don't give people the chance to celebrate or jubilate. Put up a fight. Put up a fight. This is what God has been doing from the time Christ. He's been fighting because of love. Put up a fight. If you love somebody, then you can fight. Most of the times when you say I'm out of love, no, you are not out of love. No. For some reasons, you don't feel the connection, but you're not out of love. Do you know why I'm doing this? I'm doing this because no matter how repentant I may sound in messages that will come to you, somebody will be destroyed by a relationship, love relationship, romantic relationship in the church, and then someone may preach it from all these years but may mean nothing. Yeah. Somebody's disappointment or heartbreak can lead him or her into a state of psychological dementia. One kasana son them will now background no, and then you can know life has been turned upside down. And so I think I needed to do a balance. Say, Shay, there are many people out there. Or relationships, I destroy them, I corrupt your way of thinking. In fact, among my brabo, they really do not have a meaning. But see, let me tell you, as difficult as it may sound, you must put up a fight. Fight like hell. Fight for your husband. Fight for your wife. You need to understand the context of my fight. Don't allow all the sacrifices to go down the drain. Woman, you have spent so much of your time. It's too late to go back to the market as a single woman. It is difficult for divorcees if you're a woman. Very difficult. As you age, you need a companion. You need a friend. Not just for sexual pleasure, but you need somebody to talk to. The kids will grow. They will leave you. They will leave the house. You will be alone. Do you know what loneliness can do to you? So, the leakage is too much. Your husband is making the water enter through the roof. Fix it. Fight it. Beat it. Do you know why? Because love doesn't fail. I want you to remember the condition in which you saw that woman, that you decided to love her. Cast your mind back how it all started.
97.1. 97.1.
Do you remember the foundation of your love? Woman, do you? Yeah. On that foundation, fix the roof. There are some things that are not in the hands of God. He made the earth. He sent us from heaven. He says we should have dominion over this earth. So whatever happens here is not God's responsibility. It's ours. And the rate at which relationships are failing. Gen Z for no crampo dear. I'm so sorry for the youth. Because the reasons for falling out of love and blah, 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 they are so funny, you know. But if you belong to the category I'm talking about, a category where you have sacrificed so much for this love, for this project, you have invested time, you have invested your feelings, you have invested your body, you have invested your money, you have even sacrificed friends, sometimes family, for this relationship. You don't want to destroy it. You want to fix it. You want to make sure the leakage stops.
97.1.
And this is what I'm forced. I am not in the position to give the inspiration behind this message, this Sabbath, this particular message. But for the sake of somebody, I have done this. Maybe it may find you well. Think about it. I will come your way again.
FM 97.